Ever go to a restaurant where the sauce is so good you could eat it with anything? Well, today I'm going to share 3 of my go-to sauces. They're so tasty they could jazz up any vegetable, even cold tofu. More importantly, they're easy to make. You can make them all to taste. It's not like baking where you need exact measurements. Just taste as you go along, learn what flavors you like, and make the sauce to your liking. Worst case scenario, you end up with a slightly larger batch from course correcting. But I mean, is there even such a thing as too much sauce? First up, peanut sauce. Start with some peanut butter. Smooth is better than chunky, but I am filming this while everyone is on self-quarantine, so this is the best I could do. This is what the corner store had. Take a little bit of peanut butter, some hot water to kind of break it down till all your peanut butter is dissolved. And then some hoisin sauce. And I think I want to make it a little thicker because it's kind of watery. So let's do more peanut butter. That is all you need. Peanut butter, hoisin sauce, water. 3-ingredient dipping sauce. Let's do a little more hoisin. You basically want it to taste salty, just a hint of sweet. Each hoisin sauce is kind of different. Same with peanut butters. That's pretty good. Put in less water if you want it thicker for, like, say, a fried tofu or spring rolls. If you want to eat it with some noodles, you can add more water so it's not quite as thick. And it also makes a great dressing for salads. Bibimbap sauce. The star of the show here is gochujang paste. It's a Korean red pepper paste. And this sauce on its own is already awesome. It's spicy, salty, there's like a little hint of sweetness. It's really well balanced and really flavorful. But on its own, it is a paste. So to make it a sauce, we will add a little bit of hot water to dilute it. Just a tiny bit, because you don't want it too runny. And we're also going to be adding soy sauce, which will make it even more liquidy. Okay, so we've broken up the paste. Now we're gonna add just a little splash of soy sauce. You might not always see soy sauce in a typical bibimbap sauce recipe because a lot of times the beef already has soy sauce, but I am making this with some vegetarians and vegans in mind, so it's nice to add the soy sauce to kind of round it out. And then we'll add just a little sprinkle of sugar. In a lot of Asian foods, you'll kind of notice there's like a salty with a hint of sweet. The ratio is just a little bit different cuisine to cuisine. Then you'll add some garlic. Fresh garlic, always great, but if you don't have that, some garlic powder from the pantry will do just fine. We'll add a splash of sesame oil. Sesame oil is so amazing because it's so fragrant, but there is such thing as too much of a good thing. So you just want to do a little splash. Let's give that a taste. Ooh, that is so good. It's so flavorful. And then if you happen to have them, a little sprinkle of sesame seeds, never hurt anyone. Actually always makes things taste better. And there you go. You have a bibimbap sauce. This is great over any combination of rice, veggies, tofu, any plant-based protein. It's salty, sweet, spicy, delicious. Lastly, vegan fish sauce, known as nuoc mam pha or nuoc cham chai, meaning vegetarian in Vietnamese. So typically it's made with fish sauce, which is not vegan. So to substitute kind of that umami flavor, we're gonna do dried shiitake and some young seaweed. These two together with some hot water will give us like a fishy tasting sauce. So we're gonna push that in and let them kind of soak in the water for a little bit. And then we'll fish them out. No pun intended. and then we'll add the other ingredients. So this has been sitting for a little bit. It smells not great. It smells like seaweed and mushrooms, very kind of earthy, but that is exactly what we want because raw fish or fermented fish doesn't smell particularly good either. We're gonna fish these things out of here. Now we're left with just that fishy smelling water. We're gonna add salt, add a little bit of sugar. And the primary taste should be the saltiness, but the sugar just kind of helps balance it out. Oh, and citrus, duh. Okay, so I try to build my sauces in order of like most to least important. So I would say you want to do salt and then citrus. Citrus is so important in Vietnamese sauces. So you can use either one. I prefer lime whenever possible, but I use them kind of interchangeably, just whatever's available at the moment. Give that a taste. Ooh, that's so good. Lastly, you're gonna add in some garlic, fresh garlic. In a jam, you could use garlic powder, but I had to demonstrate with fresh garlic. Otherwise, my mom and grandma would come for me. If you like spicy food, definitely recommend putting a Thai chili. I don't have any fresh ones because, again, we are self-quarantined. So this is all I got, but it will certainly do. It's plenty spicy. I got that little guy too. Boop. Oh, making a mess. Ooh, that's so good. In tasting your fish sauce, you should taste a little bit of salt, definitely some brightness of the citrus. If it's not bright enough, just add more. You want it to be kind of refreshing, right? It should taste a little summery. Vietnam is a pretty warm place most of the year. The food and cuisine kind of reflects that. A little sugar just helps round out the flavor. And garlic is garlic. It's delicious. That's so good. This sauce you can put over noodles. You can use it as a dipping sauce to egg rolls or dumplings. It pairs really well with cilantro. So whatever you're making, if you have an opportunity to garnish with cilantro, please do. And there you have it. That is our vegan fish sauce. It's just as robust and flavorful as a conventional fish sauce. It just happens to be plant-based and a little more eco-friendly. Now you've got the sauce. Want to help your friends out? Go ahead and hit share. Later!